What's going on, everybody? Welcome, welcome, welcome back to another broadcast. My name is Michelle, and I am going to end this because I don't have my mic. Give me 1 second. I have to get my mic because I know you probably cannot hear me. I got to get my Blue Yeti. 1 second. Okie dokie. That didn't take long. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for being a part of the Startup CEO family. Welcome back here. If this is your first time here, do not let it be your last. Make sure you come back and see me. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for being here, CEO family. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for commenting, liking, and subscribing to the channel by hitting that little red button so you will know every time I go live. Also, click the notification button. So today we're going to talk about some loans that are available for everyday people. Now, we've talked about loans that are available for business owners and things of that nature, but we're going to talk about loans that are available for consumers because, yes, business owners need money too, but so do consumers, okay? Especially, I was just looking at the news today, the 5:30 news, and one family, I think they were in Atlanta, have not received any unemployment or anything in 3 months. The lady says she had $3 to her name. God bless that family. People are struggling right now. In fact, right now, 54.1 million Americans have been laid off since this pandemic began in March, and so many more have not gone back to work since that time. Some people have been called back on their jobs. A lot of people have not. In fact, 1.4 million Americans filed for unemployment last week, and that number is up by 12,000, consistently rising on a regular basis. So the bottom line is that people need access to funds because Congress is waiting forever just to simply put on the dotted line and sign so you can get your extension of your unemployment. Simply, they're waiting and doing things at their own accord because they're not suffering from anything. They're going home to a home that more than likely has a mortgage either paid off or they own the home where they don't have to worry about the banks coming to get it and things of that nature. But yet you are here worrying about how you're going to pay your rent, your mortgage, how you're going to get groceries for your family, how you're going to get gas, and when your employer is going to call you back. So those are a lot of things that we as a country are facing right now that are simply putting a lot of people at stress levels. The other day, former First Lady, well, she was still the first lady, but she made mention that she is struggling with mental health. And I don't know none of us that are not going through some phase of mental health stress right now for the simple reason. If you're not talking about race relationships, you're talking about financial relationships. And we always know that the people that are going to be affected by when it comes to a crisis are going to always be people of color, brown people, black people, people of color. And so I necessarily would not refer these things to you. However, I do know that people are in need of some funding because I would never recommend somebody get a loan, especially when you don't know how you're going to pay it back. Okay. So when I refer these options to you, make certain that you are putting a plan in place. And they actually have plans in place for borrowers that take money from these institutions, help them out. But the thing is, you don't know when your job is going to call you back. And so I'm the side hustle lady, and I recommend to everybody to get a side hustle. Why? Because you never know when things like this are going to happen. And we should never depend on the government, nor should we depend on the employer to take care of us. As long as you have breath in your body, skills that you've utilized on that employer's job, those are things that you can profit from, things that you can make your own money from. I was talking to a lady who has been the administrator for a president of an organization for quite some time. I said, you know what? You should start going to Upwork or Fiverr or something like that to help assist with your lack of income from your employer because our hours have been cut back. There's always something, some creative aspect that we can utilize in the gifts that God has blessed us with to make an income. And that's why I always keep me some hustles on the side. That's why I always claim my own business and doing the things that I do, because I don't want to depend on the employer when they get tired of me, or when situations like this happen and we have nowhere else to go. And so mortgage rates, I'm a real estate broker. I've been in the real estate business for over 28 years. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm selling houses. Ooh, yeah, I'm extremely excited about that. So I have not necessarily been impacted in that business, but I have seen it harder for people to get loans, especially people of color. People of color always have had a hard time, difficult time getting mortgage-backed loans. And unless you have cash, you're needing a real estate loan, a mortgage loan, in order to purchase a home. And with so many renters, right now at state of being on the eviction list, it was 28 million Americans about 2-3 weeks ago. I'm sure the number has increased now since the moratorium has been released. And again, Congress pulling their feet, waiting forever just to sign on a dotted line to approve the American people who are struggling with all these hardships that were placed on us without accord. Okay. See, that's why it's important to vote. In my state the other day, on Tuesday, we had the election, and I made certain that I was out there masked up. I didn't want to do a absentee voter. I wanted to be there masked up. My family and I wanted to be there so that we can vote and stress our voice, share our voice. See, you got to get these people out of office, because these people really don't care what's going on with you and your family. And that's why I say sometimes we have to take the responsibility back and put it on our own plate, and know that we cannot depend on jobs, government, or anybody to take care of us. We have to have additional streams of income. So when things like this happen, I'm repeat myself again, when things like this happen, that we're prepared for it. And nothing can prepare you for a pandemic, honestly. Nothing can. But at least you can have a leg up, a little bit more leverage, so that you have options and you're not waiting for somebody to say, here's an additional stream of income, your $600 that we promise you, because they don't care. Literally, they don't. And they've shown us that by keep dragging their feet. Tomorrow's Friday. If they don't get anything in place by Friday, here we go again until another week. And I heard a theory. I don't know if it's true or not. I necessarily don't share information unless I validate it. However, but the theory just rang a bell for me. The theory kind of made so much sense. It clearly stated that perhaps maybe this moratorium was expired for a reason. Because if people don't have no place to live, they can't vote. Because to vote, you got to have a driver's license. You also have to have a place of residence. Don't be fooled. I don't put nothing past nobody. And especially being 2020 is a year of crisis, especially being 2020 is a year of an election, there's no telling what's going on. So be mindful, be aware, be alert, and learn. Trust in the process, because everything of success is a process. So 30-year mortgage rates are down. If you're able to qualify, look, I'm the first one to tell you right now, rates are at 2.99%, and that is absolutely amazing. If you're able to qualify, now is the perfect time to buy a house. You got to have that 640 credit score, for the simple reason that banks ain't playing. They like, look, I don't know if you're going to lose your job. This pandemic has caused us to be able to not make as much money as we used to. So those rates, 2.99. Go qualify for a house. Get your credit together. If you need some help, click the link below. I'll be more than happy to help you get your credit on track, because credit is leverage. Cash is king. Credit is leverage. Okay. 30-year mortgage rates, 2.99. Now, two things that I want to point out to you: Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae, those are not government-backed loans. So right now, those are more difficult to get. And it also requires you to put a higher down payment down, and you have to have excellent credit. What is excellent credit? Well, it depends on what you are seeking. If you're seeking a home, excellent credit can be anywhere from 680 up to 800. And the truth of the matter is, majority of Americans, especially right now, don't have those credit scores. So FHA is always a great alternative. I've shared this with people before. 640 VA loan. There's VA loans. There's USDA loans out there as well that you can get, and conventional. Those are the four type of loan programs: VA, FHA, USDA, and conventional. And FHA offers the one of the least amounts of loan programs that can get you into a home, with about 3.5%, I think, and little to no money down. So, and then there are also government programs. Now that's another video, so I'll go over there on another time. But let's get into these loans that are available for you, and I will also have a link below so that you can go check them out. Now, I got to stress again, if you don't have the money, don't take a loan. If you don't know when you're going to get some money, don't take a loan. But if you need it, because people need to feed their families, people need to eat, people need to live, okay? Especially if they're going to be evicted from their homes, or you know, the moratorium for the rent, you're going to get evicted. You got to find some kind of way to make some money. We got to keep it legal, okay? We got to keep it legal. And these lenders here that I found seem to be very responsive in that regard. The first one is U.S. Bank Simple Loan. It's a short-term, small dollar loan. It loans anywhere from $100 to $1,000, borrowed in $100 increments, and the term is 3 months. The fee is $6 for every $100. Now, I like this loan because it's U.S. Bank, which is a well-known bank, and I like it because they call it a simple loan, whatever simple is, and it's short term, $100 to $1,000. That $100 to $1,000 can help you get some food on your table, help you pay a few bills until your income comes back again. The next one is Capital Good Fund. This is a crisis relief loan to consumers in 5 states only. It's Delaware, Florida, Illinois, Massachusetts, and Rhode Island, only in those states. And it's called Capital Good Fund. The next, and they give anywhere from $300 to $1,500 with an APR, annual percentage rate of 5% for all approved buyers. 15 months for this loan. Payments can be deferred. And the first payment is not due until after 3 months. That is amazing. That is simply amazing, especially right now with the pandemic going on. The next place that you should look for, if you need some money right away, is a credit union. Now, I am an avid credit union supporter. Why? Because I just believe in supporting the small guy, the banker. And I believe you should have a big bank too, especially if you're in business. You have a big bank and you should have a credit union that you're working with. But credit unions are nonprofit, which is really good because, see, they're there to help the people. They're not necessarily there to make a profit, but don't be fooled, because nonprofits in business too, and they're in business to make money. But nonprofits are consumer friendly, and they are there to help the community and help the people. Choose the right credit union. Make sure you have a relationship with them. Build one. When we were applying for our PPP loan, that was very important. Establishing that relationship with the current banking system we were already with, which was our credit union, and it expedited the loan process. So relationships in banking, if you have not established one, I suggest that you do so, especially in this pandemic, because those will be your friends, especially when you need something like a loan. So credit unions, they typically work with people with 629 credit score or lower. They are actually a payday loan alternative. You know, I'm not really an advocate of payday loans because I think they rob consumers. But I do know sometimes you got to do what you got to do. I have taken out them in my previous life and made certain that I paid it off immediately. And in essence, it was the worst mistake I've ever made in my life, but I used the money right away. So I ended up getting a payday loan, and that was only one time in my life. And I said, I will never, ever do that again. But I always say never, because you never know what you may have to do. And if you're hungry, you got to do what you got to do. As long as it's legal, make sure you be legal. You don't want to mess your record up. You want to be able to get, at least start a business or get a job or something after this is over. So try to do what you can do to be right at all times. Do you hear me? Creditors may allow you to stop a payment or defer your payment. You know, I spoke about this in my credit video, how to erase bad credit in 30 days. If you have not seen that, make sure you click below as well. I'll put the video link down below. But all you got to do is communicate with people. You know, pick up the phone, call people and let them know, look, I ain't got no money right now. My money is a little funny. And so your money is a little funny. I can't pay you right now. And people are more willing to help you and work with you when you're honest with them. People are more willing to work with you and help you if you tell them what's going on. I do property management and real estate and other businesses that I operate. And I always find that the people that are willing to communicate with me and be honest with me up front, I'm more willing to stick my neck out for them. And that has been my case as well. When I know I can't pay something or when I know I can't do something, if you pick up the phone and talk to people, your creditors, your lender, your landlord, anything of that sort, whatever it is, communication is the name of the game. The more you communicate with people, the more they're aware, the more people are willing to help you and work with you in almost every situation. The next lender that I found was Shsbc Bank. They're offering personal loans and waiving fees for 180 days or 6 months, but you still are going to be charged interest. Now, I don't know if any of these places really expect you to have an excellent credit score, but from my understanding, the people that are in crisis right now, they've missed a few things. So they probably may not have excellent credit right now. And so if you have a relationship with your bank, go talk with your bank. They understand, especially if you have direct deposit, they see you had money coming in or you currently have money coming in, and it may not be what it was before. Talk to your bank. You can never go wrong with that. Lending Club. They defer payments and payment interest loans only. So that's another one. And Lending Club, I actually use them for a service of being a lender. They actually pay you to lend money to people. You get a percentage of it. So I actually can really testify to Lending Club. Op loans, I've used them before. And they have worked fine. You just got to pay it off because that too is not a payday loan, but it's similar to one. The interest is not as high as a payday loan, but it's a great program to help you when you're stuck, when you need some money. Op Loans has a 30 days of missed payment with no questions asked. Now, I love when these CEOs of these companies step out of their comfort zone and are willing to help people. Those are the companies I'm more willing to do business with on a regular basis or refer them to other people so that they can utilize their services too. So Op Loans, as I mentioned, is not a payday loan, but interest is a little higher up there, but it is a great alternative if you need some money right away. I'll put a link below for that as well. Pnc Bank, we know that that's a great bank. I used to bank with them a long time ago, and their services have improved since then, but they currently have programs available and in place for people that are seeking some type of funding right now in the middle of this crisis. I've given you 6 alternatives, and I'm going to come back and do another video of some other things that can possibly help you to get your money in place to help you out in this crisis. And I pray to God that, that we come out of this abundantly. I know we've been here before, as I've stressed in other videos, that, this is only a test. And all I can say to the faith believers out there, and even people that don't believe, if you don't believe in the Most High, then I'm going to ask you to believe in yourself and know that this is only temporary, and it's going to require a lot of you. And the requiring a lot of you is to know that you have no control right now, and it ain't no good place to not be in control. But we can't control this pandemic for the simple reason people are not following order. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. So if you do what you're supposed to do, we'll get out of this situation sooner versus later. So my name is Michelle, and I greatly appreciate each and every one stopping in to check out my broadcast. And if you like business, real estate, relationships, food, travel, and just some common sense talking every now and then, why don't you become a part of the CEO family? Go ahead and click that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button, and also hit that like button. I appreciate that as well. Leave some comments below for me. What are you doing right now? If you are jobless, no income, I'm praying for you. If you are low on income and things have been a little slow for you, leave that as well. Just if you want to talk, leave that comment below as well too. So thanks again. Blessings and peace unto you, and may everything you touch, may it turn to gold. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.